It was once written that every man is a king, so long as he has someone to look down on. The rule of Lord Farquaad might therefore be characterized by a fervent desire to live up to these words, only to come up short. For a time, the great castle at the center of his rule towered over all, but the lordship of Duloc never knew a true king. At its height, Duloc was a realm that made great efforts to achieve perfection. Driven by a severe inferiority complex, Lord Farquaad's rule over the realm was characterized by overly aggressive and domineering behavior. At his command, Duloc became obsessed with maintaining an immaculate appearance. Its houses and shops were flawlessly uniform and symmetrical, while the trees surrounding them were clipped into more pleasing shapes. At its center was Duloc Castle, which, disproportionately giant in height, rose over the surrounding village. This was the residence of Lord Farquaad. Callous, tyrannical, and obsessive in his desires, Farquaad ruled Duloc as its absolute monarch. He carefully crafted a cult of personality, with his visage omnipresent across the whole of Duloc. Farquaad was without exception portrayed as almost godlike, and this perception in the public consciousness was incessantly reinforced through propaganda and media exposure. Murals, statues, mascots, and toys available at the local gift shop all made it impossible for the citizens of Duloc to go anywhere without feeling as though Farquaad himself was watching them. Where his mere image failed, a corps of ardent guards were on hand to enforce the will of their lord. Farquaad's unsustainable quest for perfection led him to project his own insecurities onto his subjects. Fairy tale creatures became convenient scapegoats, and Duloc began implementing a program of forced displacement. With the promise of financial rewards, subjects considered normal by the state were encouraged to turn in those who were not. Massive arrest sweeps were conducted across the lordship, with every magical being forced into designated resettlement facilities. One such facility, located in a nearby swamp, would prove to be the impetus for Duloc's eventual downfall. The home of a terrifying and murderous ogre, this monster, when roused from its horrifying slumber, would hunt down Lord Farquaad. Princess Fiona, engaged to become Queen of Duloc and seen by Lord Farquaad as the last obstacle on his path to perfection, would somehow be turned into a similarly ferocious creature. Farquaad did not survive, however, as he was eaten alive by a dragon on what was supposed to be his wedding day. The death of Farquaad ended the royal line, and Duloc eventually fell into ruin. Its citizens fled for the safety of neighboring kingdoms, while the city itself, once the embodiment of order, was left as a rotting monument. It towers today over fields of dead crops and sunflowers, a fitting gravestone for its last ruler. For while Farquaad was devoted to becoming a king by looking down on everyone else, he failed to consider another lesson of history. The years start coming, and they don't stop coming.
The Templin Institute investigates the nations, factions, and organizations of alternate worlds. If you've enjoyed this video and would like to join the Templin Institute, consider pledging to our Patreon page. Along with increased security access, you'll be able to vote in polls to determine future topics, get custom wallpaper every week, and receive some other exclusive rewards.